A very good morning to you. We're coming to you live from the Disoiza Stadium in Moratuwa for this Major Club Tier B T20 tournament. You see it on your screen. Game between Galle Cricket Club and Ragama Cricket Club. Two very good, strong teams in the fray. Just a little bit of news about the weather. There was a bit of cloud in the morning, but now the sun is out. We'll have a start. There we see the weather. Maximum temperature of 31. The minimum 27. Wind speed just 7.4, so not a lot, but partly cloudy. But at the moment, sun is out. It's very good. And we got Galle down there for the pitch.
Good morning, everyone. Very nice morning here at Moratuwa. Bright and sunny. Bit humid though. Temperature around 28 degrees. In terms of overhead conditions, there is some rain in the horizon, but let's hope that the rain will stay away so we can get a good game of cricket. Outfield around 65 yards. Nice, lush and green. Ball is going to travel. Let's see. The important thing, the surface. Well, I'll tell you what, it looks hard, but it's definitely being used before. There are some loose patches here, hardly any grass on it. Well, here in Moratuwa, historically it suits the spinners. This is no-brainer. This is very similar to what we know. Spinners will definitely be able to get some purchase on the surface. Paces will have to rely on their pace variations, maybe speed variations as well. Length variations definitely will come into play. For a T20 cricket, people expect runs. So it's a abrasive pitch. I'll tell you what, the bowlers will have a big say on this surface. 140, 160 is a big score. So when you win the toss, what are you going to do? I'll say, well, you put the runs on the board and see whether you can defend it.
Thank you, Gamini. Heard it from the expert there. And Dhammika is down there with the two captains and the match referee for the toss.
Good morning to all. It's always a special feeling to be at the center of Disoiza Park, Moratuwa, the epicenter of Moratuwa cricket, ready to welcome two very strong teams, ready to clash against each other in Tier B T20 tournament. It's toss time. I have with me the match referee for today's game, Mr. Mevan Porage, and two captains, Amit Eranga and Avishka Tarindu for Ragama CC. I believe, Amit, you got the coin. It's time to give it a flick. Heads is the call. Tails it is. Amit, you have won an important toss. What have you decided?
Yeah, ball first.
You've taken the condition into consideration for your decision making, or is that your team's strength?
I think team's a strength. We balanced team. We decided to ball first. It will be a little bit wet. Decided ball first.
I believe this is the first game in this tournament. Always very important, getting off to a very good start.
Yeah. Yes, good start. We made good start in batting for good batsman and balanced team. We batting first. Ball first.
Could you tell us about the combinations you are bringing in?
Balanced team. We have too many young players. We have. Yeah, I think it's balanced team. We believe.
Best of luck. Have a great one.
Thank you. All the best, Rag.
Avishka, would you have done the same had you won the toss?
Yeah, would have done the same. I think the wicket looks a bit dry. But nevertheless, we are hoping to put a good score on the board.
Your experienced players not available in this game. Predominantly a young side. How's your preparation?
Yeah, the preparations has been good. We have won the first game. This is our second game. So boys are well prepared to play the match.
Tell us about the team combination for today's game.
So we are going with two fast bowlers and four spinners.
Best of luck. Have a great one.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got the news from the centre is that Galle CC won the toss, had no hesitation in deciding to ball first.
Thank you, Dhammika. So there we hear it from the man in the middle. Galle winning the toss, electing to bowl first. And They have their reasons. We go live to the match. It has just begun. It will be just waiting for the names to come out as to give you Gamini Perra joining me for commentary. Good morning, Gamini.
Good morning, Michael. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, fabulous day for a game of cricket. Bright and sunny, good seeing day for the batters. Starting with spin, left arm more orthodox. Quicker through the air. And also, as you can see, Michael, is delivery point around 10 o'clock. Normally, a traditional left armer will probably around 10:30, 11 o'clock. But a square arm action. Ball goes in with the arm. The first run for the batter.
Coming with that action, I think you'll see a lot of turn from him. It will just be drifting into the right hander.
Yeah, he's more or less going to get more sideways turn than overspin, really. So, round the wicket, looking to angle that across the right hander. Bit more loopier, that one. Nicely played on the offside. And the first over, 2 off it.
Just to give you the rundown of the referees and the umpires for the day. Match referee Mr. Mevan Porage, and the stand-in umpires Kapila Kottahachi and Damit Sanjeeva. And we got Mr. Eric Kanangara as the third umpire. Sometimes I find it interesting. Captain wins the toss, wants to bowl first, then starts with spin. Not sure whether they want to use their fast bowlers in conditions or whether it was just a case that they wanted to bowl first.
Yeah, I think you will find that particularly when you come to more to abrasive pitches, hardly any grass on it. I'm surprised they decided to bowl first, to be honest, but the wicket looks slow and low. Got all wrong, that one. Running down to the fine leg boundary. At least 2, coming back for the third. It'll be wide, so I'm sure. Oh, no, you got to take. My goodness gracious me. Yeah, I got to take on that one.
I mean, there was good work on the boundary to save a couple of runs.
Yeah, talking about the pitch, hardly any grass on it, but the outfield is quite green and lush.
Running down.
Overnight rain. I'm surprised that ball didn't reach the boundary.
Yeah, but we have got just a faint edge, not a lot of bat.
Yeah, more of a carom ball type, isn't he? Getting a bit of drift towards the right-hander's pads. The field suggests that, how many? He's got 5 on the off, 4 on the on. Short 5 leg, short square leg inside the circle. What a squarish mid-wicket on the fence and long on. So those are the 2 boundary riders. In the gap, running down to the boundary, and that will reach the fence.
Yeah, that's the first boundary for this innings. Bit loose, short delivery, sliding down the leg. Batsman just helped it to the fence in that gap. There we see that again. Didn't get all of it, just a bottom edge, but still managed to get it in the gap. Like you said, the ball just racing away to the boundary.
It wasn't that short, was it? But because of the nature of the surface, you still have enough time to get on the back foot. On a surface like this, Michael, you need to have that skill. You need to be very good on your back foot to play after it spins. This time Fuller towards long on. Yeah, unorthodox type, but he definitely needs to get his length right.
Yeah, and even his line, Gami, to the right hand, everything has been towards the pads. Maybe a little bit outside the off stump. See how he can go. So far they've got some runs.
That's the line and length he is looking for.
Also did
Got it
keep
right
low.
at the end.
Did keep low. It's going to be a worry for the batsman.
Yeah, coming back to the point that we were talking after winning the toss, I'm quite surprised that they bowled first. Goes for it. Beaten comprehensively. And there goes the first wicket. That's a nice delivery.
It was like its name says Kavin on the t-shirt. Like deceived him in there, and the pace bowled it a bit slower. Batsman going for the shot, missing it completely. There we see. Yes. Missed the line. Didn't pick the length properly. Played over it.
Yeah, nowhere near it. Hardly any feed on that one. Yeah, he'll be very disappointed with that. Ball was there to be hit, to be honest, but lack of feet movement was the fault. So, first wicket goes for 11. So end of 2 overs, 1 for 11. Left arm spinner back in action. Deep mid wicket and a long on the fence. Wicket delivery once again. I reckon he's bowling around that 95k mark. Chanaka Devinda. Left arm round the wicket. 5 fielders on the offside. Once again darting towards those pads.
That was a medium pace delivery here, Gami. That went like a bullet. Oh, again. Slightly keeping low as well.
A lot of risk involved in that shot, wasn't it? Darting in, hardly any turn. Looking to get outside the line. The execution has to be perfect if you're going to get outside the line. Once again, driven firmly towards the field right mid-off. I'm surprised that the batter, Michael, still batting on middle stump. I think if you get outside the leg stump, I think you should be looking to cover your stumps and look for that onside. That's exactly what he did, although from a standing start. Midland leg, heaved over mid-wicket for a 6.
Well, that was easy because with that pace, his bowling just needs to get back on it. No fielders in that region. Oh, yes.
Yeah, like I said, Michael, I think you should be looking better on that off stump, trying to cover your stumps and try and penetrate the onside. 2 fielders inside the ring, shots, fine leg and short square leg, so plenty of real estate on the on. Looking to use the angle.
How was that?
Good comeback. After 3 overs, 17 for 1.
left hand ගහන්නේ. නෑ නම්බර් 3. තව ටිකක් යමත් සදා. යෝ සාකි.
So left hand is on strike.
Left hand Lairo Abesingha.
Changing the field. We are into the fourth over. So still only 2 fielders are allowed outside the ring. Slight hold up. As the reflection through the advertising boards disturbing the umpire. Kavin Rukshan. The scorebook says he's a right arm leg spinner, but he's more of a quickish.
Well, look where he has the ball in hand. He's doing the leg spinners. Releasing it from the front of the.
Throw, Sada.
Yeah, running his fingers over the seam, really. He's not going to get any side spin.
Could be deceiving in the air, Gavani, because he can vary his pace.
And also, he's getting a bit of drift away from the left-hander. Now, in this case, as the right-hander comes into strike, he'll be looking to get that drift towards that middle stump. Nicely worked on the onside with soft hands.
Come on, boys. Kavi.
That's nicely played. There is a fielder there. They'll just get the single.
A lot of teams these days, Michael, when it comes to T20 format, you're looking to prevent the boundaries in the first 6 overs. So, in a normal game of cricket, as the left-hander, you will have that conventional fielder on the onside at mid-wicket, but they're quite happy to give a single. Watchfully played.
He's attacking the stumps. He's trying to be there. Was rewarded for it. Not going to give any width to the batsman. But again, just drives it down the ground. Could be an easy single. I'll tell you what, Ragama, they will need to look at some boundaries as well. Missing again, working that towards the leg from outside off. Still just a single. End of another 4 done. It's 22 for 1.
Center correct. Some. Hey.
this will be the 5th over. It's 22 for the loss of 1 wicket. That one takes an edge. Beats that diving fielder. Will that run into the boundary? But pretty decent work there to pull it back. And come back for 2. 3. Oh, that's good running. Look at that again.
Just left arm orthodox spinner. Oh, you can't call him orthodox. Oh, it's nearly hit the rope, didn't it?
Look like it.
Well, they don't have the technology that we have. So just a 3. Bowled him. Beaten for speed. Didn't really pick the speed out of the hand on that occasion. Just played all around it.
Oh, did he edge it onto the stumps? Just beaten.
It's exactly the point that I was making. When you have a bowler in this nature, you should be covering your stumps.
Just
and looking to play the angles more or less. But there's a lot of risk involved looking to get outside the line as the ball darts in towards you. And he paid the price, didn't he?
Just played from the crease, came in, missed the line. That's the 2nd wicket down. It's 25 for 2.
Center correct. Center. Boda balang in dekam pamat.
Yes, well, another left-hander. So that we have 2 left-handers at the crease. Loud shout, but I think that was pitching outside leg. Batsman had his foot also outside leg.
Yeah, I think it hit him on the full, didn't it? Bowler for a moment thought it would have hit the foot first.
But I
looking from that angle,
I would
definitely
say
hit the bat, but whether it hit the foot first was the question.
Oh, no.
The modern day T20 cricketer for you, Michael. First ball, have to squeeze it out, and the second ball goes for a switch hit.
That's Dasit Gunatilaka.
Drops it in front on the offside. Nearly took the bat. This was the last wicket. Now have a look at his stance. He's still showing his middle stump and off stump.
Look where his
and
back
the back
foot
foot
is.
goes
Back foot
towards
goes
the
towards the
onside.
Again.
Got a nick on that one. Dot ball to finish. 26 for 2 after 5.
So looks like we'll have a change in bowling as I welcome Dhammika to the commentary box. Good morning, Dhammika.
Very good morning, Mike. Very busy times for domestic cricketers. 4 tournaments, in fact, working off concurrently. Tier A T20 competition as well as one-dayers. And in Tier A, Tier B also goes the same. So very busy times. Pitch preparation comes very challenging for the groundsman.
Yeah, quite a lot of games being played. Also, a lot of cricket for the players, because some of them also are playing in the Mercantile Premier B tournament as well.
You said it right. I'm sure they must be enjoying their time, because training specifically for white ball cricket should be helpful. And today, two very strong teams. We know that generally when these two teams meet each other, generally dish out very high quality cricket.
Starts off with the wide.
Now for the first time, seam bowler in action. The pitch is abrasive. Looks dry. The skipper for Galle had no hesitation in deciding to bowl first. They took a wicket, kept things very tight. It's about getting the early advantage.
One goes in there. Over the field into the boundary. So 4 runs, throwing his hands at it. Is that Abhay Singh? This is something they'll need, a few boundaries. Standing tall and punching it in there on the back foot to get that height over the fielders. Couple of bouncers into the fence.
He was deep inside the crease. There was width provided. He took the advantage. A boundary. Steady progress after the first wicket, which is very important. Utilizing the first power play to the maximum. Plenty of fielders, of course, still inside the 30-yard ring. Slow off the track. Variations.
Kept a bit low as well. He was pretty lucky there, because inside edge went out to his pad. If not, if it went out to the stumps, it would have been now wicket number 3 there.
Two left-handers out there should enjoy the pace provided by the seam bowler. Two spinners was operating in tandem. This is the previous delivery. Kept low inside edge, luckily away from the stumps. That one kept very low, uncharacteristic. Pitch expert is right. After the toss, he mentioned scoring 120, 130 would be tough.
But look at
there
that
you
delivery.
go.
That's unplayable, just almost along the ground. That's going to be a concern for when you have to bat later on. And we have another game on this same wicket. That was short, set up and pulled. That's the second 6 of this innings. It was asking to be hit. Not really a great pace there, but very short. Enough time for the left-hander to pull it.
Starting to wonder, the fast bowler probably expected that one to keep low as well. But proper bounce. Oh, that's lovely. So good to watch. Off the back foot, transfer of weight over mid-wicket region, sailing over the boundary for another 6. Despite losing a wicket, now they are gathering steady momentum. Yes, the pitch looks a tricky one.
He is wearing his pace. Coming to Nirvana. Has conceded a few runs in this over.
These are the times you need to recalibrate your approach. Seen a few kept very low and variable bounce already. Spinners already had the upper hand. It's about doing the hard grind.
Again given with. But that backed offside field straight to the fielder. End of another over. 37 for 2.
Fourth batsman. Fourth batsman. Batsman. Power play. Power play. තව පොඩ්ඩක් එන්න පුළුවන් උඩට. එන්න මේ පැත්තට.
It will be another change of bowling from this end.
Looks like we got skipper into the action, Amit Eranga. And he had absolutely no hesitation deciding to bowl first. They've done fairly well. There is something in the pitch for the spin bowlers, variable bounce. Now it's time for Ragama to figure out the right approach. Way outside the off stump and cut away really nicely. There is protection in the deep.
Just a single. Given a lot of width there. Starting off, you wouldn't want to let the batsman throw their hands. There again we see keeping low. I mean, this is going to be interesting. Like you said, 130, 140 would be a very good score.
I tell you, 130 definitely a challenging score. Lovely hands, improvisation, reverse swept away really beautifully. That should give him a truckload of confidence, I can tell you.
Yeah, definitely. You saw that one outside the stump. So you see that. And timed it perfectly. Pace on the ball and off the bat. That flew to the boundary.
It's been a mixed bag for goal bowlers. And our friend Rajiv Veerasinghe will be in action pretty soon. Or spinner by trade.
This one repeats that shot. And the same result comes. So 2 boundaries in quick succession. This is good. Pretty good on that shot. Does it Gunathilaka?
He played that shot as good as anybody. The skipper, Amit Eranga, very quick through the air. So providing a little bit of pace, utilizing to maximum effect. Now the boundary.
A bit slower. Trying to target the stumps, but batsman get to. There are 2 fielders in the deep, but placed it right in that gap.
I thought the left-hander adjusted really nicely there. He was expecting that one to turn, slanted in towards the batter, worked away really beautifully.
You know, so there was some. We get one. That's the end of the 7th over, 48 for 2.
Come on, Lamai.
It was an excellent previous over for Ragama Cricket Club. 11 runs. You take that at any stage of T20 game. This young man done a very good job. More or less angling his deliveries in not too much of turn off the surface. Left-hander does it. Gunathilaka. He's the one who's controlling things out there in the middle for Ragama CC. We mentioned 130, 140 would be a very good total to defend. But looking at the way things panned out, looking at the way two batters, Lahiru and Dasit, batting out there in the moment, they can probably push that towards 150.
Yeah, providing they don't lose too many wickets. The thing on this track, Damika, is what I feel is when you're in, you need to make maximum use because you can't leave it for someone else, because when the new batsman comes in, it's not easy to get used to the pace of the pitch.
Absolutely. You spend time in the middle, 14 deliveries to Dasit. That's the reason why he's getting comfortable. Once again, put on that reverse sweep. Straight to the field. Unfortunately, they get a single. Somehow 6.68 is the run rate. If these two can stay out there in the middle for a little bit longer, say 5 to 6 overs, things would eventually be good for Ragama CC.
Yeah, particularly Dasit, he has been the man scoring the runs. There again we see Kavin deceiving the batsman in there. That's his dangerous still with the stock delivery that he bowls it slow in there.
These days you see many bowlers like Kavin, bowling those carom bowl sort of deliveries, quickish leg break deliveries. There you go. Only difference I see from Kavin is that he prepares to give it a little bit of air.
Yeah, that's where he, even the wicket he took, he basically deceived the batsman in there.
I thought under the circumstances, Ragama done decent job. Good cricket. Fielder committed of his own bowling, prevented at least a couple of runs. That's the completion of 8, 51 for 2 Ragama.
Number 14.
At this stage, I quite like what Lahiru does. 9 deliveries, 9 runs, getting Dasit on strike as much as possible. That's the way to go. Very valuable partnership. 27 runs of 22 deliveries, saving grace. The pitch doing the tricks. This is the moment for you to be steady out there in the middle.
New bowler Sadhun Madhushankar. Chinaman is wrapping the batsman on the bat, but I think he had his foot outside the off stump.
This young man does a very good job with that shot, getting his foot outside the line of the off stump, and even if he misses, he knows that the impact would be outside the line of the off stumps. No harm done. Plenty of spinners, quickish sort of off, left arm orthodox spin bowler Sandhun. Very, very useful on a track like this.
Just to see if they'll get any turn from this end. So looking for runs, that's it in every delivery. He's throwing his bat. Trying to look for the boundaries. I think this is good. Lairu just keeping it going from one end. That's it, going after the runs. Got the right idea.
How was that?
So looks like that variation of pace, the slower you bowl, it's going to be hard for the batsman.
What I like about these two left-handers, they're not too worried. Just they've seen a couple of deliveries kept very low, few bounce prodigiously. Still, they got the techniques to counter that. That's the important part. There you go. Lovely hands, work away, gets a single. That'll do it. This middle passage is so important. Ragama just cannot afford to lose another wicket or two.
And I think that's the plan, that Lairu just plays the anchor role and thus it goes after the bowling. That's in there. Fielder getting underneath it. And yes, completes his catch. It was Hatit Suranga who took the catch. So Sandun strikes. That is the problem, Damika, like you said. Tasit has to walk back.
We just mentioned about not losing a wicket. Ragama made the wrong shot selection. Goes aerial, paying the price. Man who batted so well. Couple of scintillating boundaries. Lovely reverse sweeps. Now he's no more. Fielder settling underneath, takes a very good catch. So strikes once again. Goal, back in the hunt.
We saw that one hand coming off the bat. That means he was not to the pitch of it. Played a bit early, but had to pay the price. 54 for 2.
This is a sort of a pitch new batsman needs at least few deliveries to settle. Yes, they've lost a wicket, 3 down, and good amount of runs on the board. Left arm orthodox spin bowler, done the trick as expected. Plenty of high quality spin bowlers in their ranks. Galle, one of the stronger teams in Tier B, expected to do well and so far done a decent job. Here's Sandun once again. That's the way to do it. Spend time in the middle. Completes a very good over, wicket taking 154 for 3. It's very natural. After losing a wicket, you lose the momentum. Just a moment ago, you saw the projected scores have come down once again around 120.
Again, the ball keeping low. The previous over. Oh, that's very good running. The previous over was Sandhu just the 2 runs and a wicket. So that was where he put the brakes on. And a very important wicket to get. That's the last wicket for you. There we see that hand coming off. Didn't get to the pitch. Didn't get everything. Easy chance there.
And I've already noticed plenty of left-handers in their rank. If I'm not mistaken, 4 in action already, Mike. 2 in the middle. 1 got out.
No, now we have Denur, I think, is the right-hander.
When you're playing against left-arm orthodox spin bowlers, you know, sort of prefers to have left-handed batter in the middle. But right now, left-right combination in the middle, little tricky for the spin bowlers as well as faster bowlers. This man done a steady job starting up a new over. Worked away really nicely. Gets another single. Plenty of gaps available as you can see on the onside. No fielders inside 30-yard circle.
Yeah, Kevin is bowling out. He's bowling his fourth. Just 1 for 22. Is pretty decent. Bowled in the power play.
Played across the line of the delivery and made a solid connection. Lahiru says enough is enough. It's time for him to pick up a boundary. Much needed one for Ragama to gather the momentum. 6.11 is the strike rate. There you go. Dragged it from outside the off stump. Really well done.
But in the gap there, he's taken over from his partner. Now he's going to do the scoring. There's no chance for that fielder in the boundary.
Bowling, bowling.
Nicely done again, pushing it for a single.
Always a good ploy, right? Get a boundary.
And the
Followed
single.
up by taking a single. Gets to the other end.
Yeah, definitely. That's as a good cricket comes into play. Again, getting his line wrong. Going down the leg side to the right hander. That's the end of the 10th over. Halfway mark. It's 64 for 3.
It's flying kite time for the youngsters. This is the period. School holidays. This is what you do. In the meantime, after 10 at midway mark, Ragama did decently well. Gamini, what do you reckon?
Innovative shot from Denura. He'll pick up 2. Yeah, I think at the moment it's even Stevens really. You got 7 wickets in the shed, so if they get 8 runs per over from here on end, and 146, I think that will be a very competitive total on the surface, because it's, as you can see, as the ball gets older, it's slowing down a bit and it's keeping it low. So it's imperative that you need to find the correct length. You can't really pitch it up on the surface. And another thing is that Dhammika, when you bat on a surface like this, you need to have you need to organize your shots, and the selection is very important. You're not going to get a lot of straight hits on a surface like this because of the lack of speed. You will see a lot of horizontal bat shots, sweep shots, lap shots. We already seen one batter being dismissed, looking to go against the turn over mid-off.
You're spot on. He was playing horizontally to either part without any troubles, but the moment he decided to go straight, left out one in the air, and that was the mistake he made. Lahiru, meanwhile, now taking the controller role. Oh, that's a fabulous shot. Spanked it away for 4. No stopping.
Yeah, it's a conventional shot on the surface. With the turn, 2 fielders on the onside, covering your stumps. And the other thing that you need to take into consideration is the point of impact. This is not a surface that you can play behind your eye line. You need to take it in front. Yeah, nice shot. Very well executed.
Oh, that's an excellent delivery. Went through it. Wicketkeeper does a good job. Never easy. Then batters playing across the line of the delivery. Good glove work, and also took the pad on the way.
That's
same direction. Goes all the way. Scintillating batting by Lahiru. Under difficult circumstances, scintillating knock.
Yeah, very good shot that. Once again, conventional shot. Picked it from off stump. Straightening his hands through the line. Yeah, nice pick-up shot that. That went a long way, didn't it? That second tier. 77 for 3 after 11.
Batting so far for Ragama. Openers, not too many runs. Manish out for 17 and Lahiru. He's the man at the moment who can do the job for Ragama CC. Lahiru Abesingha, very talented youngster. You all know about him. And Dasit batted very well, 24 runs, very useful. And they've been very disciplined, just a single extra. Wicket takers Chanaka, Kavin and Sandun. Couple of bowlers went 11 runs per over, which means you stay there, things will eventually get easier. 12th over just about to start.
Yeah, that was a very good over for Ragama. 13 runs coming off it, and suddenly the run rate have climbed to 7.
Very
on the back foot. As you saw that bowling card, Amika, there are a lot of spin options, just a 1 over of medium pace. You can expect that on a surface like this. It's slow and low, so you really don't want to give any speed off the hand. Another leg spinner, very quickish one of that. There's 5 fielders on the offside, 3 behind the batting line, crease rather. Deep extra cover, long off. I think Ragama will have to depend heavily on Lahiru's contribution here in order to to get a formidable total around 140, 150. His presence, wow, very lucky. Running down to the boundary. And 4 of that.
There you go. There is something for the spin bowlers if you are pitching it in the right area. Inside edge, lucky break for Denura. That's Lahiru, in fact. There you go. Not too far away from the leg stump. You take it whichever way it comes.
Yeah, we saw similar kind of shot in the previous over from Lahiru. He's not really covering the line with his front pad. So there's a big gap between bat and pad. So that's... He's lucky that didn't ricochet onto the stumps. Yeah, working on the onside with the turn is a conventional option, but he will need to get inside the line to do that. Get that ball inside your eye line rather than trying to work it outside, from outside.
Yeah, spend time in the middle. He knows that horizontal bat shots, the way to go. Already been productive rather than trying to play it straight down the ground. There you go. Played across the line of the delivery, made solid connection. There is protection though. This partnership, make or break partnership. If it already 20 plus, if they can make it big, definitely they will get close to 140. Way outside the off stump, plenty of room asking to be hit. But the fielder comes around really nicely and sends in a good return. That's the completion of another very good over. $85 for 3 after 12 overs. 7 more overs remaining. 10 and over will get them past 150. It's a demanding ask for team batting second. There you go. 8 more overs remaining. 10 and over will get them definitely past 150. 165 to be precise. Lahuru on 34. He's the mainstay. Denura looks good. Rotating the strikes, makes no mistake. Drier pitch, playing it strict partnership. That's the most important figure everyone keeping an eye on.
Whipped it on the onside, straight to deep mid-wicket. Oh no, actually it was extra cover, wasn't it? Yeah, you mentioned 8 overs to go. Left hand, right hand combination out there, so it won't be easy for the bowler. Kavindu, just 1 over. He'll be relying a lot on his pace variations on a surface like this. And I mentioned that in my pitch report. If you are going to bowl medium pace, the length and the variations are mighty important. You can't just bowl beyond that 5 meter mark because it will just sit up for the batter to take slower delivery straight to cover, no run.
We've already noticed pace variations very effective on a track like this. The ball tend to hold up on the surface momentarily. We've already said that a couple of deliveries kept very low. So always keep the batsman guessing. That's a tough part. Good shot. Worked away on the onside. 2 fielders converging. Good work in the deep. Sends in a very good return. Good cricket all round.
Yeah, good piece of fielding down there in the deep. Picked it up cleanly. Got rid of it very quickly. 65-yard boundary at the Moratua Stadium here, Dhammika. So you need a very strong hand to get a batter out with a direct throw. Once again, well, premeditated shot, but the execution was not there. Moratua Stadium brings back a lot of memories. Dhammika, I can remember South Africa playing here in 1993 or 4, where Arjuna Ranatunga got 100. And on the last day, South Africa looking to save the match. Jonty Rhodes got 100. South Africa just drew the match on the last day, and I think that was Murali's first series, if I remember correctly.
And good thing about this stadium, whenever international game is on, it's a packed house. You can remember international cricket haven't arrived Moratua in a long time. Not too far away from Colombo, ideal location. Still, would love to see more international games reaching the Soisa Stadium. Kamidu, meanwhile, Soul Seamer. Sounded nice off the bat, but straight to the fielder. Gets a single quite easily. Completes another very decent over. Partnership is in progress. 13 done, 89 for 3. The most important stat on a track like that. Current partnership 35 plus. Longer they continue, better it is for Ragama Cricket Club. Abhay Singha, the mainstay, 89 for 3. So they've pretty much laid out a solid foundation. Another 70 runs will get them close to 160. Far-fetched at this stage, but you never know.
Yeah, 160 will be a very, very good score. I reckon anything above 140, around 150 mark is a competitive total. Kavindu. Oh, very full. No ball, wouldn't it? And it disappeared over fine leg for a 6. So double whammy. That's a nightmare to start the over. No ball plus a 6 and a free hit.
Bowler Yuthika De Silva played for Kalduru Vidyalaya. Gentle leg break bowler slipped out of his hand quite clearly. No ball plus a boundary. Got hit me written all over it. He just smashed it away. Look at that. This could be the momentum change Ragama was expecting. That's out of here. Over the roof.
nearby.
Follow-up delivery was a good one, yielding just a single.
Yeah, got away with that one. Good thing about it was that he didn't give any length for the batter to get under. Yeah, not the start he was expecting, Yuthika. 8 off the first. It's still the first delivery, wasn't it? The last one was a no ball, so looking to finish it well. 97. Well, nothing is going right for Yuthika at the minute. No, for the wicketkeeper for that matter. Luckily, it has clipped the pad, so very easily that could have been 5 wides, but it's just a 4-leg wise. And Ragama get to a triple figure mark, 101.
This over will certainly be the momentum changer. High full toss, put away for a huge 6, followed up by another boundary down the leg side. That's nice, sounded good towards mid-wicket region. There goes, reaching the boundary on the first bound. That's a good shot.
Yeah, perfect placement from Lahiru. He's playing a little gem of an innings here. Again, full pitch delivery. He's not having the control he wants in this over, Yuthika. 3 boundary balls at the start. That should be out, isn't it? Yeah. Pitched around that leg stump. Stuck on the crease. Finally, Yuthika gets some satisfaction with the ball in hand.
Big fish. Lahura Basinger having batted so well, plumb in front. Yuthika for the first time gets it in line with the stumps. Take a look at it. He's a dead duck.
Yeah, one of the easiest decisions for the umpire. I thought he pitched on a leg stump, but he pitched around that middle stump, really. Lairu, a magnificent hand on a very slow surface. 39 off 25. Ragama lose their 4th wicket, 105 for 4.
Yet another left-hander is in. Plenty of left-handers in Ragama CC ranks. There you go. Very tall. Run with Jayasena, if I'm not mistaken. Played for St. Peter's. Outstanding cricketer who bowls very useful off spinners. This is the stage for him to dig deep. Lovely hands. Straight to the fielder. They are initially considering the possibility of taking a single. This is how the last wicket fell. Flatter trajectory.
Yeah, top spinner. As you could see how the seam was rotating. Pretty upright. Worked it on the onside. Gets his innings underway. Yeah, one to finish. An eventful over there, you could call it. Ragam 106 for 4.
Though you see on the screen 105 for 3, it should be 105 for 4. And Lahiru already back in the hut. The big fish. Run with Jayasena. Tall, lanky fellow. Lovely hands, gets it over the infield. There's no stopping. They're going to need every bit of it. Room provided. Run with Jayasena. Says thank you so much.
Yeah, very poor bowling that you could call it. Width and length on offer. 3 fielders inside the ring on the offside. It's not the length that you should be operating to field like that. It's easy picking. Even for a new batter like Ranmit. Quicker delivery. Impact outside the off stump. Hurry. Nah. Mixed up. And Ranmit Jayasena will have to leave.
Committing harakiri. Losing another wicket. Not ideal at this stage. Ranmit was looking good after that boundary. Immediately. Bit of confusion. Took the pad. Goes to the wicket keeper. Yes, no, finally. Unfortunate. Whipping off the bails. Getting another wicket. Breaking the momentum. 110 for 5 now, rather. It's a double header here at De Souza Stadium. Later on we have another game scheduled for today. And few other games worked off in different places in Colombo. Lovely. Gentle push. Gets a single quite easily. Right now they just cannot afford to lose another wicket. Set better would be Denura. And Malaysia, the new batsman, he should be eyeing having Denura on strike as much as possible. That should be the mantra.
Yeah, in terms of momentum in this game, Dhammika, I think Ragama will be looking for a partnership, not only in terms of runs, but for 3 to 4 overs. Now that they've lost 2 quick wickets, and when it comes to Galle, that's quick. That was beaten for speed. Malish had absolutely no idea about it. Just skidded through, took his off stump. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Galle, but not for Ragama.
He was looking to work that one towards third, trying to give himself a little bit of room, but unfortunately that one kept coming. Take a look at it. Stumps are rattled. Another one bites the dust. 6 down for 111. Serious momentum is broken. A lot of ups and downs when it comes to Ragama's progress in this innings. Lost a wicket earlier on, then steady partnership, looking good to go beyond 150. Lost another wicket. Things have come down. At this stage, they will be fighting for survival. Only 4 wickets in hand, facing the danger of bundle inside 20 overs.
Yeah, there are very little things that differs from a great player and a good player in game of cricket, particularly with the bat in hand. Now, I'm sure that we'll have a look at that last dismissal. The point of impact. In my last stint, I mentioned on a surface like this where you should be looking to play the ball. Because it's slow and low, you need to try and play in front of your knee, your front knee that is. But as you can see, when we see it again. This is live. Missing leg stump, quite optimistic from the bowler and the keeper. So let's have a look, Dominica, now. Now see where this batter is trying to play that ball. Behind his eye line. On a surface like this, you are living dangerously if you're going to approach with that kind of technique. You need to try and get the front foot out and try and meet it early, because it's a low and a skidding pitch. So, yeah, basic mistake, that one. Oh, picked up. High up in the air. He got the distance. You bet he has. It's a maximum.
Hauls nothing back. Given the full Monty, Kamidu says enough is enough. It was in the slot. Whacked away over mid-wicket region for a huge 6.
So the point that I was making, now see where the batter is making his impact, in front. So that's where you need to... not only he was in front, he was a couple of yards in front of the line, really. Picked it up very early, didn't he?
Picked the bones out of it. Given the full Monty, that's the completion of the 15th. 117 for 6.
Look at that betting card. Lyro 39, Dasit 24. Now Denura not around 18. And it was Manish who got 17, the main scorers. The last 5 overs, Gamini. 117 for 6. So maybe looking at something around 140, 150 or even more.
Yeah, then he will be quite happy to play the 5 overs from his end. Kavinda will be looking to take a risk or two. Yes, 29 deliveries left, and run a ball will get them to 147. Yeah, a couple of good overs, 160, 170. I reckon that will be a very competitive total if they get to 170. Himself, that's nicely played. Timing and placement from Kavinda. That's his second boundary, and a very good one at that.
Well, he has come out to play shots. I think we see that. Yeah, that was, he made room for himself. Got onto the back foot, going onto the leg side, and then the best part is he placed it between those fielders. They'll need to keep those wickets intact. This time can't get that gap.
He looks a very strong bottom man player, isn't he? Reminds you a bit more like Chamara Silva. Uses his bottom man to get those gaps on the offside. Changing the field, extra cover comes towards point. So there are 3 fielders behind the line on the offside. Oh, he's going for a run. Suicidal one. Well, Denura didn't expect that. And he was caught in no man's land, really.
I think Denura said no, but still saw the partner coming down the track. There we see that again. He said no, he stayed and still saw his partner coming down. Thought that he'll give his wicket away.
That'll be a massive moment in this game, because Denura is the one who was a set batter. And like I mentioned just a moment ago, that he will be looking to bat through till the end, and the others to take a risk or two. But 122 for 6 wickets. Ragama lost the last 4 overs. They've lost 4 wickets, haven't they?
It's 7 now, Gamini. So yeah, they lost 4. Interestingly, we didn't see Rajiva Veerasinghe bowlers yet. So he's not playing. I thought he was in the playing 11. So he's taking a break from this game. Quite a lot of left-handers.
Menas kar Ragama. Kan.
Again going for a quick single. Would have been interesting to see if that ball had hit the stumps. That all ends well. And it's after 16, it's 124 for 7. So the new batsman is Gino Pereira. You need to just support Kavin, then make sure Kavin gets the runs. Changes in the field.
Round you.
Menas kar Ragama Sada.
124 for 7. Straight down the ground, one bounce over the rope. Very good start for you as far as Ragama is concerned. Kavinder picks up his third boundary. He moves to 15 off 7. This is a very good start as far as Ragama is concerned.
He's the guy who can hit it and hit it hard. Just going down on one knee and smashing it over the bowler's head. That one trying to see that he was coming out. Not happy. Looking for the wide.
Yeah, interesting call, huh? I thought that was... The line doesn't belong to the batter. That is a wide. If he had missed that, but got some contact on it, so...
The difference was this time he stayed in his crease. He was not trying to, calm down or anything like that. He's the man who can hit the long ball. That's why his partner
Also,
gave his wicket away.
Yeah, Michael, I think it's imperative that you need to get your shot selection right on a surface like this. He's hitting in front. Oh, that turned. How did that miss? First time ever. Sandun is not a basic left arm spinner that you'll ever see. He doesn't use his non-bowling hand that much. That must have hit those foot marks.
Yes, it was way outside the off stump. Interesting pitch company. Suddenly turns, suddenly comes along the ground.
Yes.
He was given. I thought he was pitching and hitting outside the off stump. We can have a look at that replay again. Definitely a bit unlucky.
Yeah, it gone on to hit the stumps for sure. But the impact, well, you can decide it at home. You got the comfortable seat out there, and umpire doesn't have that. He only has 22 yards to decide on what he has to do. And well, Ragama lose their 7th, 129, 16.5 overs. Or 8th, I should say.
The new batsman is Kavisha. Oh, that was smashed back at the bowler. That would have hurt Kamini.
Definitely, I think he's very lucky that he got some hands behind that delivery. That would have easily been aimed towards his head. That was travelling at rate or knots. The reaction time would have been 1/10 of a second there, Michael. Did well, Kavindu.
Lucky to get his head away and put his hands there. Again, likes to hit the ball down the ground. This time there is a fielder there. That's the previous delivery.
I tell you what, even the umpire was thinking about his family at that moment.
He was not even in the picture.
Modern day cricket, you see, even the international umpires using some protection. They wear that arm thing. Kept low, but just squeezes out onto the onside for a single. The right thing to do for Kavisha, get Kavinda back on strike as much as possible for the remaining 15 balls in this innings.
Kavisha Lienarachi. So they need to give Kavinda as much of the strike he needs. That time he gets the wide. Try to give the bowler a charge.
Yeah, no, he's moving around the crease. That's acceptable. But now see his back foot. It's outside the off stump. There's a margin for the bowler because he did that before the point of delivery. Really, these days the umpires take into consideration at the point of delivery where the batter is exactly standing. Once again moves across the stumps. Took the pace right off Kavindu.
Still just can't get that timing right. But Kavindu also is wearing his pace. Can creep up to that 150, 160 mark. I think it would be a very good score on this track.
Yeah. The only luxury that Galle will have is that they can plan their run chase. While the ball is new, try and score a few runs and minimize the amount of work that you need to do at the end of the innings as much as possible. Well, that's sloppy.
I think the batsman also got in his way, so couldn't get down.
Back to the run chase. Yeah, that's the only advantage Galle will have because runs on the board on a surface like this, around 150, it's a competitive total, but the first 6 overs become mighty important while the ball is new.
This one goes over the top and then loses his wicket. Well, now I was wondering that previous delivery, Kavindu came off the strike with that single. Was it really necessary? Now you see, lose that wicket, Kavisha is gone. They lose their 9th. Few overs left, Gamini. 2 overs left, that's 12 deliveries. Quite a lot of runs could be scored. Not sure why he took that single in that previous delivery. This one, it's 3 fielders converging.
Yeah, once again, pace off. Batter was too early into his shot. So 9 down for Ragama, 133 on the board.
So it will be Kavindu on strike. Kavindu it moves around, goes in the air, and that's gone. You see, now that's the problem. 11 deliveries left. Not sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, they'll be very disappointed, Ragama. They were well placed to get 150 plus at one point and then lost their way. Some irresponsible shot making, as well as you can give credit for the Galle bowlers as well for a certain extent.
Yeah, correct. They poor cricket from Kavindu, because he was the man doing all the scoring. Should have been taking more responsibility. Losing those last 2 wickets within the space of 3 deliveries. Sandun finishing off on 2 for 20. It's just 133. I'm sure Galle would be the happier side going into the break.
Yeah, on a normal day, on a surface like this, you'll prefer to bat first, but because it's a T20 game, you really don't know how many runs you need to pose. So that's why Galle decided to field first once they won the toss. And like I said, Ragama will be very disappointed because they were very well placed to get 150 plus, and they lost the set batters at the wrong time, and as a result, like you see, very happy dugout when it comes to Galle CC. 133. Well, something to bowl at, but I reckon they are at least 15 to 20 runs short.
Yeah, because I think that, like you said, that 150 would have been a psychological advantage, knowing that the pitch is also playing a few tricks, keeping a bit low. Now they'll have to really bowl well. That's the Ragama card for you. Hasit was out for 2, Manisha 17, Lahiru 39, Dasit 24, Janur 19. Then Ranmit was run out for 5. Malaysia didn't trouble the scorers. Kavindu 18 of 14. He was the man that was doing the running. Could have taken them to 133, but does not then. Then the other just single digits. Just 7 extras. That's good. But 18.1 overs.
Yeah, when you get a side out for 133, Michael, you can make a case for pretty much every bowler. Chanaka, Kavin picked up a wicket each, but the star of the bowling card is Sandun. 3.1 overs, 11 top balls, 3 for 20. But have a look at those follow wickets. They were 4 for 110 at one point, but lost their way. 133 all out.
These are the highlights. Toss. And then a few boundaries coming at the start. And then the wickets. You can see there we see again those faster deliveries. But missing the line. Then a few good blows. Like that. Repeated that shot again. And got the same result, the 2 boundaries. Then threw it away. See that one hand coming off the bat, playing it too early. It's not like you get the boundaries coming, then you got a couple of runouts. See that? Good shots in between. But all in all, I think the shot selection was not really great. So, Plum in front.
As you can see, most of these missiles, Michael, batters who were stuck on the crease, not really getting their front foot out. There you are,
again.
one more. This went all the way. That's another very good shot. He looked very good, didn't he? As he came in, and then this was the turning point to me. That run out.
Spot on. That I think was a little bit unlucky. And then here again, that run that they took in the previous delivery bottom out that wicket. And then this was what happened after that to end 133 all out.
So this is how we stand, 134 to win. We'll take a slight break on the other side of it. Galle looking for that win to chase 134.
පොඩ්ඩ අඟලක් තියෙන මෙහෙට ආවම අඟල් භාගයක් විතර ගන්න මේ හැරිට. ඊට පස්සේ මම ඒ ලයින් ඕක දැන් ඉවරයි. ඔය ලයින් ඉවරයි. දැන් අල්ට් ලයින් එක යන්න ඕනේ. නියම ඔය තියෙන දැන් ඕක. ඒ ඕගොල්ලෝ පාර කඩ කරලා දෙන්න යනවනේ. නියමට ආවා මගේකට තොම ඇදලා දැන් පුතා. ආන්දයි නියමට යනවා. නියමට යනවා වැඩි. ඔය ලයින් එකේම ආයෙ එන්න ඕන. මේකට දාන්න එපා. ඔයකෙම එන්න.
Welcome back to Desoisa Grounds, Morotua. Goal CC taking on Ragama CC. It wasn't the best effort by Ragama CC, batting first, having been invited. Just 130 plus runs, and Goal CC with their hopes set high. It'll be interesting chase coming up as we're looking at the batting card. Top scorer, Lahirua basing at 39. Useful contribution by Dasit, 24. Down the order, few quick runs by Kavinda. Apart from that, nothing much. They were in a good position that they could reach 155, but unfortunately didn't do all that well. Bowlers, pretty much everyone picked up a wicket except the skipper. 3 for 20. Sandun does the job for Galle Cricket Club. Chanaka, Kavin, and Kavindu picking up 2 wickets. When you're looking at the way things progressed, they were 110 for 4. That's where they lost their 5th wicket. From that point onward, things went sliding down. All out for 133. Here's the equation, 134 to win their first game of the series, as Michael Adams joining alongside me.
Yes, like you said, 134 needed to win. By the looks of it, when you look at it, 20 overs, 134, you would say it's a cakewalk. But on a track like this, it could be very tricky.
I still think it will be a tricky chase for goal batters. This pitch conducive for spin bowlers, variation in pace and bounce, never easy. We saw that. You got to settle yourself. Yuthika De Silva, the left-hander, ready to take strike for Galle CC. Here's the first ball. Straight away, aggression to extra cover region. Initially shown interest for coming back for the second. Noise the call by Yuthika Dilruk, and just like that, goal off the mark.
Kavin Ishwar, the bowler. It will be Dulcit to take strike. Dulcit Darshana.
Both the teams starting up with spin bowling. Knows exactly what's on offer. Looking at the pitch, you immediately realize abrasiveness. There is something in for spin bowlers in particular. Nicely worked away, not too far away from the stumps. They somehow managed to get a single.
It's going to be interesting, Damik, to see how the Galle will go about this. Whether they'll try to go after the bowling in the first 6 overs when the ball is really new, or are they going to just play it safe and make sure they get that win?
Kaminda Ishwara thought batted really well, very useful, 18 runs, couple of boundaries. And this is the advantage the skipper Amit Iranda was expecting at the toss. Knowing what you are chasing. Right on the money. Quicker through the air, in towards the left-hander. It's a tough wicket. Assessing how the batters operated so far during the first innings. Very quick, very flat. Just managed to get away with that.
Well, that was lucky. He got everything right, but just couldn't get that gap. Went pretty fast, quickly to that field. That was maybe a bit too high, I would think. But certainly worth a shout. Oh no, we're definitely going down the leg as well. Going on with the arm, pleading with the umpire, but that was the right decision. First over done, it's 2 for none.
My guy just getting a feeling that this might be a low-scoring thriller. Very good first over by goal bowlers. Kavinder, very brisk, in line with the stump most of the time. And Amita Kaushalya, slow left arm orthodox, more spin on offer.
Well, if you need that thriller, we need to see Ragama getting a few wickets early on.
We went on to mention playing down the ground isn't the easiest, especially reaching the 10th, 12th over. Ball gets little scuffed up and not coming on the track. But when you are playing horizontal bat shots, it's been productive over and over again. Plenty of scintillating boundaries. I thought Gamini during his stint mentioned they were looking very good to go beyond 150. So they must be disappointed. Got nothing left but fighting.
Also, they wasted 11 deliveries, Damika. That was a very big turning point there. That was a good fielding by the bowler. Prevents any runs. You can see Yuthika, he's going hard at the ball. Maybe that's what their plan is. One, to go at the ball. The bowlers prospect straight drive basically.
Way outside the off stump, there was a trigger movement by Yuthika Silva towards the off stump, but too far outside the off stump, given a wide extra runs. It's been a very quiet start. This young man during his school days used to be a very aggressive batter, played for Kaltara Vidyalaya. Just like that, just as I mentioned, plenty of bat, goes all the way for 6. What a way to start your account. He's on 7. He has got a single previously.
Well, that was he just got in line with it. He was targeting that area. There was a fielder there, but he's still willing to take that field on. You can see fielder thought he was in business for some time, but just sailed over. This is what they'll need. Put some pressure on the Ragama bowlers, not let them settle.
Once again goes over. Wide long on for a huge 6. I mentioned aggressive by nature. Yuthika De Silva, second 6. Back to back.
Well, not a big made guy. Quite a skinny batsman, but he can pack a punch. Look at that. Got to the pitch of it. Knows that the ball is going to come into him. Takes it and deposits over. Again, that fielder thought may have a chance, but then another one. This one that doesn't make proper contact. The field was set for that.
Oh my word. Having scored 2 sixers back to back, went for the same shot selection. This time, intelligent bowling. Slower through the air, little wider, straight to the field at mid-wicket region. Yuthika De Silva out for 13.
This time he had to come a bit forward, the field, if you can, and bowling from behind the crease. That was smart thinking. There we see quite few yards in front, But if you can see that replay again, you can see he's bowling from behind the crease. That was the difference there. Kavindishwar gone for 18 of 14 and it's 16 for 1.
So if Ragama want to make a fight of it, they got to pick up a wicket. Already picked up one. Here comes the skipper, Amit Eranga. Looks very strong batter.
With a mistake there, it was Yutika who got out, not Ishivara.
It all comes down to your intelligence. Knows for a fact you are only chasing 134. Back-to-back sixers. You're feeling good about yourself. There goes the skipper. Made the right choice, I thought. Very solid in defense. Very eventful over. 2 sixers, a single and a wicket. After 2, 16
What's
for
that,
1. Here's the previous dismissal.
Yeah, he had to reach for it. Couldn't get that in his arc, but still went on with the shot. Credit to the bowler. Just 118 of 108. I think Damiga, their plan would have been for one guy to just keep going. If that first 6 overs, if they can get maximum runs, then less pressure on the batting. They know how to place it after that.
A boundary per over definitely is enough. Having scored 2 huge sixers, I thought, rush of blood. I have no doubts the coaching staff not going to be too happy about that. When you have the talent, when you have the aggression, you got to make the most of it. Having batted so well for 13 runs, Yuthika De Silva was looking good, not anymore. 16 for 1, third over just about to start. 134 is the target. We are coming to you live from the Soisa Stadium, Moratuwa. These live pictures available to you on Sri Lanka Cricket official YouTube channel. We are here to bring more matches in these domestic tournaments. Lovely. In towards the batter, gentle dab, gets a single. Dulcet. He moves to 3 with that.
Malaysia Silva, tall, lanky left arm orthodox bowler.
Thank you. Dan đá một cái đó. Quá. Quá rồi. Kasih tay no. Kasih tay.
Malaysia coming into the attack. Very tall. Sort of a slingy action, not 12 o'clock.
Come on.
Sort of 11 o'clock.
And darting it in.
In T20 cricket, that has been a fashion now. Trying to cramp the batsman up by bringing the ball in, not allowing to free their arms. Dulcet batted decently well. Build up a very good partnership for Ragama up at the top. A bit of room outside the off stump. Skipper is very keen on picking up a boundary. There was opportunity. Probably just too late.
The thing is, I think he also needs to think of varying his pace a bit. All 3 deliveries have been bowled quite fast. You can see even the batsman beaten sometimes.
Probably just having seen the room outside the off stump, try to hit it too hard, maybe. There you go. When you get it straight in line with the stumps, it's very, very tough to work away. That's a trick most of the bowlers missed during the first innings itself. Whenever you provide width outside the off stump or down the leg side, that's when the batter's cashing in, picking up boundaries, totally unnecessary. Now he must have figured out the line to operate Malaysia. Once again, right on the money. Absolutely no room to free his arms for the skipper.
This is good bowling by Malaysia. He's just keeping it there in line with the stumps. You miss, I hit.
When you take that 2 sixes away from that score, only 5 runs. Goes to tell you how tough it is.
That's where the batsman had a brain fade, I would say.
Youngster, he must be disappointed. Hopefully he'll learn the lesson. Very tough to get away, is it, Mike?
That was very good over, just that 1 run in the first delivery. Very good over to come back. 3 done, it's 17 for 1.
Fourth over just about to start. Goal chasing a target of 134, 17 for 1. Inside edge onto the stumps on that occasion. He's a very smart operator who knows when to slow it down. That's how he got the wicket of Yuthika Silva, having conceded 2 huge sixes over wide long on region and deep mid-wicket region. Short enough, spanked away. There is a fielder. Only be a single.
Can't drop short on this track. Ball sits up well.
This is very interesting, isn't it? Amit on strike. Amita bowling to Amit. Dulcet on 4. Skipper yet to get off the mark. 6 deliveries. He's been very, very patient. Once again, slower through the air. This time went for a gentle little dab and gets a single. He's off the mark after 7 deliveries.
Yeah, he was struggling a bit to get the ball away.
Came off the inner part of the bat, almost the inside edge. He'll get a single. Once again, proven horizontal bat shots, very productive. But you will have to get it right. Definitely not off the deliveries which are in line with the stumps. Outside the off stump, down the leg side. Little bit of turn there. It's getting tougher and tougher.
Well, Amit finding it a bit tricky. Will we see a rash stroke from him? Been there for 8 deliveries, just a 1 run.
Dot balls.
That one goes over the top. That gets a maximum.
That's more like it. He's a powerful man. We already know that. He waited and waited finally. Take a look at it. Given the full Monty. Down the track, over mid-wicket. Huge 6.
Again bowling from behind that crease. Tried to slow it up. But Amit getting the better of Amit. Amit he has already considered 3 sixes. This must be another one. Yes, it is. It's given away 4-6 in this few overs that is bowled.
He means business. If it's there to be hit, he'll go for it. Holds nothing back. Another whack down the ground for a huge 6.
.32 after 4.
One or two of 96. Simple enough. Keep enough wickets in hand. You should be true. Not a tough ask unless you go on to lose wickets unnecessarily.
Depends how long Amit can bat out there. The longer he stays, I think Galle will see it off quickly. Meantime, Malaysia continuing his good work. That's the 6th dot ball in the 7 deliveries is bowled.
Malaysia is a type of a bowler who darted in all his deliveries, not very keen on tossing it up, not providing room outside the off stump, more or less in line with the stumps. Very clever. There you go, straight down the ground. Usually, you found no fielders down the ground. Perfect placement, gets another boundary, serious momentum on the side.
There we see that again in line with the stumps. This time, he thought, I will also start doing this.
Come on, Mani.
Malaysia quite a tall man, but still couldn't get his hands to the delivery.
That's good bowling. Just a bit of turn, enough to catch the outside edge. There is protection. Inside 30-yard circle, short third man fielder. Sends in a good return, 37 for 1. So far, things gone according to a plan for Galle, CC.
Yeah, definitely. See that ball going in where a slip would have been. But unfortunately, got score like 133. You're not going to put a slip there, but if you need to get wickets, I think you need to be a bit attacking as well.
Once again, not providing too much room outside the off stump. When you think of left-arm orthodox spin bowler, you almost always expect a little bit of turn, but these days, nothing much. Assessing what the batter is up to. Amit, very dangerous striker, already proven that. He's there to play defensively. When he goes, he's eyeing big sixes down the ground. Gets another single. Good cricket so far. When you picked up a boundary of the over, just about picking up few singles. 5 deliveries, already picked up 6 runs, which is very good. It's about the required rate. There you go, 6.33.
I think they're going at a good rate. Just need to keep doing the basics right.
Fairly decent over for Galle. 6 runs off, 5 done, 38 for 1.
New one, 31. Come on, Galle. Lazy nè, Galle, lazy nè.
Good thing about knowing what you are chasing, you don't have to score 10, 12 runs and over during the first power play. They've done it smartly, just unnecessarily lost the wicket of very aggressive left-handed batter. Now, they're settling down really nicely. 38 for 1 as Gamini once again joining alongside me.
Hello, Dambika. Hello, everyone. Given that kept very low, and I don't know whether to go on the back foot was the right decision. Carving the strikes in his second over, had a very good first over, just the 2 runs off his first one. And that's a very vital breakthrough as far as Ragama is concerned, because Galle got off to a flyer. But, yeah, arm ball. As you can see how the seam was going upright. That's a one-finger arm ball bowling round the wicket. Whether it's pitched in line with the stumps was the question, but umpire thought so.
He hardly got up 6 inches. Kavinda Ishwara, the man out for 18. I think the CGI should be corrected. That's the skipper who got out for 14. Amit Aravind out for 14, 2 down for 38. We've spoken about having enough wickets in hand. Now, Galle Cricket Club lost 2 of their top order batters, but they have enough firepower down the line. Dulcet on 10. Now he will be the man who should control things out there in the middle for Galle. Kavinda, meanwhile, the wicket taker. Quicker delivery underneath the bat. I thought the wicketkeeper done really well.
Yeah, in comparison with the Galle spinners, Dhammika, I think the bowlers who started in those first power play, I thought they were a lot slower in the air, which allowed the batter to get under the ball on a surface like this. As you can see, Kavinda is very quick through the air, not giving a lot for the batter. On a slow and a low pitch, that might be the correct speed to operate.
Just read it right. He saw the dismissal. That delivery hardly got up 6 inches. Hit the batsman around his ankle area. So continues to play the tricks. Spin bowlers had the upper hand, and Kavinda, just as Gamini mentioned, bowling at a right speed. Bit of a hold up. Not too sure why exactly the reason. And the batter is asking to move that dark clothing. That's the issue. There you go. There's a gap between 2 clothes. And you're playing using wide balls. You got to be precise.
Still little patch there. Particularly when Kavinda is coming from round the wicket, that's right in front of your eye line. That white patch. But he's happy to take strike, Kevin. Lot slower and turn. As you can see, quicker through the air, you're not going to get a lot of turn, but that one was a lot slower. Magnificent delivery. Dream delivery for a right arm off spinner again, a left-hander. Bit of drift towards the pads and turning past the outside edge.
And doing that at pace. Important combination. Beautifully worked that one away towards the onside and gets another single. Kevin Kottigoda, if I'm not mistaken. Very promising young cricketer. Dulcet. It'll be interesting to see what's his approach going to be. 11 deliveries, 10 runs. Required rate not alarming, 6.69. So they can play it out sensibly. Behind the 6th over, inside the first power play. Just as we mentioned, keeping enough wickets in the hand. Sounded nice off the bat. That misfield, that knock-on allows the single to Dulcet, who he moves to 11. Very good over, just 2 runs and a wicket. After 6, 40 for 2. There you go. Firm push straight to the fielder. That fumble allows the fielder. Otherwise would have been curtains. Simple enough, isn't it, Gamini? 94 runs of 84 deliveries with 8 wickets in hand, unless they go on to make the same mistakes Ragama batters made during their inning. They should be straightforward, but cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties. Very tricky pitch. Just a moment ago, we saw one kept very low, paved way for a dismissal, 40 for 2.
Yeah, 94 of 84, I think in any format, it looks an gettable target, really, but these are different conditions. He had Morotua Stadium, Kavisha, which is right arm medium pace from over the wicket. Yeah, getting 40 off the first 6 overs, the power play. I think God will be very happy, apart from those 2 wickets, particularly that last one in that last over, because they were 38 after 5 overs. At the mid-innings discussion, they would have probably spoke about it while the ball is new, to get the maximum as possible and try and minimize the workload towards the end of the innings. And if Ragama can pick up another 1 or 2 in quick successions, I'll tell you what, this is closer than you think.
You are quite possibly heading into a thrilling conclusion. Quick bowler into the action. Straight away picked it up on the onside towards deep backward square leg region. I mean, seeing how well spinners operated so far, batters for goal, they're probably relieved to see a fast bowler in action. Plenty of pace, immediately worked it away. Good pick-up shot on the onside.
That's not the length that you need to operate on a surface like this. Shorter length, batsman had enough time to help it along, finally went inside the ring. Fell in between of deep square leg and deep fine leg. That could have easily been another wicket. Against the left-hander.
That's very well bowled. More in line with the stumps. Yet the batter, Kevin Kottigoda, dabbed it away and gets a single. You're going to need partnerships. That was what missing for Ragama Cricket Club. Yes, there was a couple of good partnerships, but when things looking good for them, they somehow found a way to sacrifice a wicket. Galle, on the other hand, knows exactly what they are chasing. They don't need to hurry things up. Just play sensibly. 6.73 is the required run rate. But that's a good shot. With outside the off stump in the slot, Dulcet says thank you so much. Deposited away for another boundary. At this stage, Ragama just cannot afford to do that.
That's a terrific shot. Probably the shot of the match for me so far. Pitched up. Bending his back knee allowed him to get his head towards the ball, which was important. Got a good piece of that one, didn't he? And his bottom, because he bent his back knee, that allowed his bottom hand to come through the line to get the elevation he wanted. Very similar delivery, slightly slower. Once again a fumble on the offside. Ragama defending a very modest total. They need to be on their toes in the field. Try and make that 133, around 145 mark by cutting few singles.
Got to be very proficient in the field. They just cannot allow any fumbles. We've seen few already. In the meantime, Dulcet looks at ease when it comes to facing faster bowlers. 17 or 15. Looks nice. Got straight to the fielder. Required run rate 6.53. Nothing much. When you have as many as 8 wickets in hand, unless you go on to make serious mistakes, this should be straightforward. Dulcet, he looks very good, in control, timing all his shots really nicely so far.
A slow delivery once again. There are 3 fielders on the onside patrolling the boundary. Fine leg inside the ring, so you can expect Kavish's stock ball to be slower through the air. 48 for 2 after 7. Once again, the umpire has called one of the ground staff members, pointing out that side screen. This is the equation, 86 from 78. There's not a lot of difference between the runs required and the balls to be bowled. So, Galle CC at the minute sitting quite nicely, and they've led the platform by getting 48 runs in the first 7 over. Dasit Gunathilaka, right arm off spin, wearing the number 55 jersey. Well, it's a daunting task at the minute for Ragama CC to get a win out of this situation, but very uncertain game cricket is. So, a couple of wickets can change everything. Oh, slower through the air, around 75, 74 k's per hour. He needs to be pretty precise with his length, bowling round the wicket against the left-hander. With this field, although there's a deep mid-wicket, long on and a square leg, I think Kevin will be quite happy to take those fielders on, because that's the shorter side towards that pavilion side. That's always quicker. He'll be happy with the dot ball, doesn't he, Dasit?
There's no doubts. They got prolific strikers coming down the order. It's just a matter of getting 6 runs or close to 6 runs per over. If they manage to do that, keep their composure right, they should be it. Galle CC playing their first game, Ragama playing their second game. 14 teams divided into 2 groups of 7 teams each. Every game is so important. That one spun with that angle. Makes it very, very tough. There you go. Wide of the crease. Pitched it outside the off stump. Turned sharply. Out of the wicket keeper. So far doing a great job. Both the wicket keepers for both the teams are done brilliantly. This is not the easiest of tracks to keep wickets. More of a flick rather than a sweep. Somehow manages to get a single. Very decent over so far. Only conceded 2 runs. 50 runs on the board for Galle.
Yeah, important period for both sides. The next 3 or 4 overs. Galle Cricket Club, they're in control at the minute, but like I mentioned before, 1 or 2 wickets can very quickly change the situation. Good over this from Dasit so far. Another comfortable single, and that's all they will get. So if you can finish this over, maybe with another single, just a 4 off. See the current required run rate, 6.51 to be precise. With 1 run, it went up to 6.82. So that's how quickly the game can change if you can string together a few dot balls.
You're absolutely right about that. Few good overs. The equation might change. The complexion might change. That's the completion of a very good over. 8 done, 51 for 2.
$51 for 2. Damika, we often talk about how difficult batting becomes when you bat on a slow and a low pitch. That last delivery of that last over just indicates how difficult for a wicketkeeper to do his job on a surface like this. When it's slow and low, it makes it that much difficult, and it's unforgiving at times because there you are trying to fix that problem. Although now it's the strikers and side, so they have got ample time, 3-4 minutes to fix that problem. Bowler is bowling from the other end. Lahiru had a good contribution with the bat in hand around that middle stump, or going for a single. He was not interested in throwing at the stumps.
You're reading the game as good as anybody. That previous over yielded only 4 runs, and immediately required run rate jumped up to 7 and over. Lahiru Abesinghe, just as we mentioned, batted superbly well. He should have stayed longer, but his turn with the ball in hand. This is the opportunity. Nicely guided away into the gap, quite easily gets a single. Plenty of singles available. Though you have as many as 4 fielders, maybe 5 fielders inside 30-yard circle. These batters, they are very nimble-footed. They can complete a single, in few seconds. So picking up singles not being an issue. All they need is to play it smart. Good cricket. Gets it into the deep and gets a single. No issues there. Required run rate touching 7. They don't need to press the panic button. They have enough wickets in hand. Right now, Galle got their noses in front.
Don't forget that is T20 cricket. The Ragama were 100 for 4 at one stage. It didn't take that long for them to lose their grip in this game. Moves across the stumps. Although that was over that tram line, but because he made that movement before the point of delivery, umpire was quite satisfied that it's a dot ball. Now have a look at this. See how he moved? He's nearly moved across towards the wide line, didn't he?
You see this time and time again now. I lost count on how many occasions the ball kept low, especially for medium pace bowlers. Going for an adventurous heave. Didn't make connection. Dulcet. Was it needed? Was it necessary?
I'll tell you what, when you chase these small totals in a T20 game, around 6.5 runs per over, you don't want to keep it for that deep. You look to get that total around 17th, 18th over, because by doing this, you're keeping your opposition in the game. At least they need to take 1 off every delivery. There you are, 3 dot balls to finish the over. It's a very good one from Lahiru. Not a good one for Galle, I'll tell you. 54 for 2 after 9.
$80 of 66. You speak like a true coach there. Not leaving till too late. Not taking it too deep. So important. So this stage, picking up close to 6 runs, maybe 7 runs and over, so important. In the meantime, Ragama now got 2 very good overs in, 4 runs and 3 runs. So pressure builds up.
Yeah, about only 3-4 overs ago, the gap between runs and the balls was only 6. Now it has moved to 14. So it's a very nice period for Ragama Cricket Club. If this trend continues for the next 3 overs or so, suddenly you will see that your required rate suddenly 7.27. It will climb up to 8 if you can continue with this kind of a bowling partnership from either end. Dasitu had a terrific over, first up. Once again, nudging forward, going for a single.
And as a coach, you know for a fact it's not going to take too long for that to reach 8, 9 and over. Once that happens, that's when you tend to do weird stuff. Playing out of character was very close, I can tell you. But these 2 batters out there in the middle, very quick between the sticks.
And it's very important for Kevin, the part that he needs to play. Once a new batter comes and starts to chew up the deliveries, the batter who is set start to get a bit fidgety. So that's why he needs to get that set batter on strike. And this is up in the air. That has gone the distance. Dulcet gets a much needed boundary, a 6.
That 6 right there relieved lot of pressure. There you go. Made a solid connection. They were under a little bit of pressure. Required run rate going up. Few economical overs. And that'll do the trick. That'll do the magic for Galle Cricket Club. Get them out of pressure. Now, once again. They breathe easy. Nice little flick onto the onside. Gets another single. Excellent over so far. Just 3 deliveries already.
Yeah,
8 runs.
Yeah, it wasn't Dulcet who got that 6. It was Kevin who got that 6. Dulcet is on strike now, the left-hander. It's a good over this for Galle. 8 off. Inside edge, running towards the 3rd boundary. And it will reach it quite comfortably. So suddenly, exactly the over that Galle sees he was after.
This could be the game-changing over. Pressure relieving over. Faint tickle towards 3rd for another boundary. Very, very expensive. 12 runs if I'm not mistaken already. There you go. That'll definitely put things back on track for Galle Cricket Club. 66 for 2. And Kevin all of a sudden moved up to 12.
There's a movement in front of the side screen. Very productive over this. 3 singles and 2 boundaries, 6 and a 4. So after a very good over from Dulcet, this is the over that he might not forget after the result of this match. Runs off every delivery. Just a 3 coming off his first over. Flat batter shot towards long off. Got a good piece of it, but straight to the fielder. So 4 singles and a 6 and a 4. So 14 runs. Suddenly, required rate has dropped down to 6.6. 68 for 2 after 10. .66 from 60. At the start of the previous over, the gap was 14, so they've cut that gap by 10 by getting 14 runs in that over. This is Kevin on strike, the right-hander. This is through the line, running towards the fence. Two fielders converging. Good work. Kept it for two.
Well, I was wondering whether they'll crash into each other because both were going for the ball to bring out the dive. It's a goal on course, Carmen. They're going really well. Just the 2 wickets down. Down to 70. And run rate 6.89.
Yeah, that's the beauty about chasing a modest total, Michael. In a T20 game, you can always pace your innings, drop a gear here every now and then, keeping the wickets in hand. Out! Against the run of play.
That was not a wicket-taking delivery. Just wide outside the off stump.
Long hop, wasn't it? Outside the off stump. Had plenty of time and...
Those tried to hit the cover of the ball, I think. Look at that. Oh. Just the top edge. Will we see a twist? Like we saw in that first innings, you said 110 for 4. 133 all out. Tulsi Tashar goes for 29 of 27 and it's 70 for 3. There we see the betting card, top 3 back in the pavilion. Yuthika 13, Dosit 29 and Amit skipper for 14. So all the batsmen getting into double figures. Kevin not out on 13. Check 31, that is it's been good from Ragama. Just the one extra in that innings so far. Batsman straight away off the mark. That is the last wicket there. Oh yes, see that swing, hit it so hard. Bat did one turn. That's nicely played along the ground. There is a fielder. The deep. Just a single. Lisula, the new batsman, he was off the mark in the first delivery faced. All CC just need to keep doing what they're doing. Again driven down the ground.
Yeah, since the equation is just a tick over on a ball, Michael, I think might not be a bad idea for Ragama CC to bring a couple of fielders inside the ring, particularly against the new batter is Lisula. Get him to chew up a few extra deliveries and keep him on strike. And if he wants to take an extra risk or two by picking up the wicket, you might insert more pressure in that manner. So final delivery from Lahiru. Runs with the bat in hand. Picked up a wicket. Is he the man who can change this game for Ragama?
That when we saw him changing his pace. Slow delivery. It's a dot ball. Ends the 11th over. It's 73 for 3. That bowling card. Kavinda, Amit and Lairu picked up one each. Manish has been pretty good. 2 overs for 7. First over just produced 1 run. You can see this follow wicket 16, 38 and 70. So all the pairs getting some runs and then finding a way to get out. Something positive for Ragama Gamini in those 11 overs, just the 1 extra. Been pretty good. Not giving any free runs away. Oh, that one goes, takes edge. No slip in place, and into the boundary it goes.
And the outfield is a lot quicker than this morning as we approach 12:30 at the minute. So hot and humid conditions, Michael. I think that 133 looks a lot smaller with the speed of the outfield. When Ragama were batting, we saw a few balls stopping in before it's reaching the rope. I'm quite surprised that Dasit been asked to continue after conceding 14 runs in the last over.
Maybe after that
take nothing away. That first delivery was an educated edge for a 4 through third man, but nicely driven towards long off for a single.
I think, like you said, Galle, what Ragama needs to do is do some change. Either bring in the field, maybe just to play with the mind of the batsman.
Yeah, put it this way, they are not going to defend this.
Exactly.
You need to keep on picking up wickets at regular intervals if you want to make a match out of it. So, who are your best bowlers? There's no point keeping them for the end rather than trying to make a match out of it and introduce them now and see, even if you have to bowl the 4 overs,
exactly,
full quarter of overs. So, yeah, that's where the decision has to be made.
There again we see.
And also, talking about the field placings, now we've seen 2 edges out from either batter. If you had a slip in place, well, these are the things that make good sides and an average side. Taking the correct decision in correct situations and according to the conditions. And that's what makes a good side.
No, not given. Oh yeah, what? No. Off the thigh pad. Batsman is inquiring, but I think at least for the new batsman, they should have had that slip in place just to play on the mind of him. So that we are going to attack you. So this is, they are doing it with ease, just hitting the singles, getting those 5 to 6 runs they need for the over. 12 done, 80 for 3.
Yeah, 54 or 48. Michael, how important those 11 deliveries that they missed out on at the end of the piece when Ragama were batting. You know, if they had the wickets in hand and to bat out those 11 balls, 11 deliveries, 15, 20 runs. It's a kite season in Sri Lanka, Michael. Have you made a kite yet? It's in August now.
No, normally every year, August is the kite season anywhere you go in Sri Lanka.
I'll tell you what, only 10, 12 days ago, I went towards that golf phase and they were, my goodness gracious me, they were kiting like hundreds. And I think there was a competition as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when we were in school, it's holidays. You're always out. Either you're playing some game of cricket or flying some kite somewhere. So they brought Malaysia back. He's done well. 2 overs, none for 7. Needs to pick up a wicket here. Yes. Does it straight away. Fastest full delivery.
It is exactly what I was talking to you about, Michael, about just a minute ago. You need to have your best bowlers in operation. I thought Malaysia bowled pretty well in those 2 overs that he bowled in that early piece. Now that they've introduced him into the attack, drift. Yeah, got himself yorked and good delivery there.
The pace that he's bowling, the batsman can't come onto the front foot easily. He has to. And that height that the ball comes down from. Dishilu goes for 8 and it's 80 for 4. Tejan Shakir Prasanjan Tejan. Can Malaysia be the man to turn this game around?
Yeah, now that he's got a wicket, he should be confident enough to get a slip in place against a new batter. There you are. Ragama were 86 for 3 at this stage. So they're not much in it. Matter of fact, Galle lost an extra wicket.
Oh, that run taken on the full. Yeah, but what happened for Ragama was Gami that from around the 110 is where they started losing their way. They lost 6 wickets for basically 23 runs. Another wicket here. I'm sure it's going to be a tight game.
Only one.
Bowling wide from the crease.
Yeah, the field that he's got, Michael, he's got just the 3 fielders on the onside against the left-hander. Deep mid-wicket, deep square leg and long on. So he's not going to bowl and try and aim at those pegs. So he's got 6 on the offside. Very strange field, to be honest. There's one coming across to short fine leg. That is because Malaysia had decided to come round the wicket against the left-hander this time. And I still persist with the over the wicket, but changing the field. One has come towards short fine leg. So this might allow him to bowl lot straighter.
Oh, that was sloppy because they had it covered. Not exactly sure why the field had to throw at the stumps. Gives another extra run.
Come on.
Again given bit of air. Taken on the full. Trying to go wide on that awesome. That's I think is bowled 2 full tosses basically in this over. He's bowling with a plan, just making the batsman play on the off. Just another 13 done, it's 86 for 4. It's Kavinder. He has 1 for 4 from 2. Like you said, Garmin is bringing on their better bowlers.
Yes, certainly has been the pick of the bowlers for Ragama so far. Just conceding 4 runs in the first 2 overs. But he needs to come up with a Houdini effort if Ragama to pull off a win from this situation. 47 or 41.
Just the wickets. They need wickets. Quick wickets here and there, and then this game will be evenly balanced. Quicker delivery. Keeping a bit low.
I'll tell you what, I'm very impressed with the gloveman of Ragama. That wasn't the easiest of deliveries to keep. Kept low, but he's got very good feet and he stays low, which is very vital on a surface like this.
Oh, that one took an edge. Come on, you only praised him. Took an edge and went off his shoulder.
But you can't catch that. No keeper is going to catch that.
No way that he was going to take that because you see his hands were nowhere.
Now, just compare the previous delivery to this. That one kept below his knee,
exactly.
And this one bounced above his shoulders. That type of surface.
Again, faster delivery. This has been the order of all the spinners darting it in. Good thing is he's not been given runs. Bowling his 3rd over, 1 for 5. Again this time, quick single, and that's another wicket. Yes, very good bit of fielding there by that point fielder. He was in quickly, and a very good throw just over the stumps.
He bounced right in front of the field and came at a very comfortable height. But that was a suicidal run, wasn't it? Will this be the turning point? This will be match. Now have a look at this. 1, 2, the 3rd time, straight into his hands. Got it over very quickly, just above the bails, and the wicketkeeper does the rest. He was not even in the picture.
That throw. Did all the hard work and the throw. Right over the bails. Brilliant bit of fielding there. Kevin, the man who was getting the runs, has to go. Run out by Hasit. 87 for 5. Creating the pressure, carving the ball 3 dot balls. He's just given away 1 run in this over. That's how good he's been bowling.
Suddenly, Michael, we've got a game in our hands.
Definitely.
87 for 5. Gap between to win and balls have widened to 10. This has been a terrific over from Kavinder, and finished with a dot ball, just a single off and a run out. So 1 for 6 off his 3 overs. He's been terrific. After 14, 87 for 5.
See that gap widening. 47 from 36 now. It was almost a runner ball. Quite hot out there.
Yeah, this is a very important over. After the brilliant over from Kavinda, which have brought his team back into this game, there's an opportunity open for Ragama to try and pull out a miraculous win from nowhere, really. But we saw it's not only the batting part, Michael. I think as the ball gets older, it's a lot slower.
Yes.
This works behind his hips for another single.
Oh,
Suddenly, like you mentioned, it's 11 now the gap is, so they need one good over.
I was wondering whether Malaysia should have continued with that last over of his try and, strangle them a bit more. There we see that run out. Brilliant. Look at that throw.
Nowhere in the world that there was a run in that. It's very poor judgment from both batters. Often you blame the batter who calls for it, but I reckon it's not. Straight to the fielder. It's not only the striker. Non-striker always have the opportunity to say no.
I think, it was the pressure that was created. There were 3 dot balls there before that. So that they just needed to do something, rotate the strike. He was bowling so well, wicket to wicket. Couldn't play a big shot. But we get the man who was having the runs on strike. And now you can see there's a bit of a spring in the step of all the Ragam fielders. They're diving around, not giving easy runs.
Yeah, what they are doing right at the minute is they are not conceding any boundaries, so it builds a lot of pressure. I think when Tamika was doing it last time, I mentioned, when you chase these modest totals, you don't need to leave it for the last minute.
Correct.
In the 19th, 20th over. You try and get there, use a good over or target one batter. Has it got the distance? Oh, yes, he has.
Just over. This is going to be the other problem. When it's, like you said, the modest totals, a few lasty blows like this can change the game again. Pressure goes. For a moment he thought he had it.
The last 6, it didn't really come off the middle of the bat, did it? Sometimes, in this game, Michael, you need a bit of luck to go your way, and obviously, although he didn't time it, he didn't get a good piece of it, had enough distance to get just over that fielder at long off. Oh, now he'll have to bowl that again.
We're just talking about them not giving too many extras and you put the curse on them again. .96 for 5 now. 38 of 31. Tejan. Oh, gets it fine. That might run down into the boundary. This is a good over for Galle CC. So 13 runs in the over. Pressure back on Ragama CC. Didn't get it much, but he got it in the gap. That was the main thing. The outfield is really fast. Now, after 15, it's 100 for 5. I'm joined by Tamika. Tamika, it was getting close. It was swinging from side to side. Still open for both teams.
You said it right. Just 34 runs of 30 deliveries. Wonderful sight, of course, if you're a kid. Doesn't matter if you're an adult. Flying a kite wouldn't be a bad time. Plenty of wind, of course. And this game, just as you mentioned, swinging both ways. You're still not sure on any other track. You could say team batting the favorites, but can't say the same on this track. From time to time, playing its tricks, keeping it low, one bounces. Only takes another wicket or two. So both the teams still in the hunt. Are we going right down to the wire?
I think it is. Never know. Like you said, a wicket or two here and there, and tilts again. And then again another 6 or a boundary brings it back. Amita.
Decided not to go for a single, sacrificed the wicket in form of a run out just a while ago. 29 deliveries, 34 runs remaining. Room provided offside the off stump, but straight to the fielder. Pressure builds up. You can't see too much of a difference between number of runs to score and number of deliveries remaining. Just 5.
Oh, there. That ball again. That he bowls from behind the crease. Much slower. Gets that inside edge onto the stumps. Very important wicket there. Kavind has to walk back. Twists again. There you see from where he is bowling. He's bowling from behind the crease.
Just as you mentioned, he's a very clever operator. Slowing it down, it never arrives. Found the inside edge rather, onto the stumps. Another one bites the dust. 100 for 6. The game very much open to both the sides. Galle Cricket Club 100 for 6 after 15.3. We are going deep. Quite possibly right down to the wire.
It would have gone for 1.
The batsman walking in looks very relaxed, but I can tell you, inside his mind, he feels so much of pressure, intense pressure, I can tell you. He just cannot afford to make a mistake. And playing on a tricky pitch, smart operator, 2.3 overs, 2 for 29. Looks good for more. Well bowled. In line with the stumps. Hasita could do very little about it. Previous dismissal. Deep in the crease, inside edge, dragged it onto the stumps. Going aerial, but there are no fielders inside the ring, just a single.
Hasita managing to get off strike. Look at that over. 2 dots, a wicket, a dot, and then 1 run. His first 2 was went for 29. Bit expensive. Picked up a wicket. That was because of those 2 sixes that were hit.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. After conceding those 2 sixes, he came back really strong. Inner part of the bat. As a result, not too much of power. Only a single. Take a look at it. Excellent over, a wicket, and given away just 2 runs. Completion of the 16th, 102 for 6.
Asia ඔයාගේ තියෙන්නේ. තෝස් 16යි නේ. ආසි ඉවරයි. දාන්න කියන්නෝ. හරිය. මේකෙන් ඉවරයි. ඔය කාව්‍ය අයියාගේ එකකුත් තියෙනවා එන්න.
For those who are just joining in, this is Sri Lanka Cricket Tier B T20 competition. Plenty of cricket in and around Colombo. It's a double header here at the Soisas Cricket Stadium, Morotua, the epicenter of Morotua cricket. If you're listening, would be a bad idea. Talking inside the Soisas Stadium. Outstanding game of cricket in progress. Tejan on 16, he'll be the mainstay. 17th over, does it. 3 overs, 24 runs. Little on the expensive side, Mike.
I'm wondering why they keep that the spinners back. They're keeping him for the last overs. Malaysia has one left. Don't want your best bowlers bowling at the end. Now runs not coming, not even the singles. This is going to create a lot of pressure.
Does it? He's been sticking to basics, concentrating on bowling fuller length, more or less in line with the stumps.
Oh, that!
My goodness, what was that? Where did that come from? Could be the game-breaking moment. No ball and a full toss. Same thing happened during Ragama's innings.
There we see the free hit. Now if that free hit goes to the boundary, then advantage goal again. Luckily Tejan still on strike.
I'm afraid that's poor bowling. Another full toss. Not gonna do too much of a damage, just a single, so he just about managing to get away with that no ball. 27 of 23. A wicket here could change the complexion of the game completely. And on the other hand, a 6 or 2, Galle will be the happier side. Oh, looks like excellent piece of glove work. He whipped out the bails in a flash. I want to have another look. This wicket keeper had a fantastic day so far. Under trying circumstances, under difficult circumstances, on a tricky pitch. Take a look at it. Flatter delivery. Oh, wow.
Yes, brilliant.
What a piece of glove work.
Never got back. That was brilliant. Hasit man has to walk back. Just the one run. It's 108 for 6.
Donora dumps it. The wicket keeper wearing jersey number 13 Fantastic glove work there. Picked up another wicket. All they need is to pick up 3 more wickets. 108 for 7. This is getting closer by the minute. 26 needed of 21 deliveries. Sandun, the new batsman.
A lot of credit should go to Denura. Like Gami said, his glove work has been exceptional. It's not easy on a pitch like this. Oh, again.
Classic example for another excellent piece of glove work. Could have easily let that one go and conceded 4 byes. Brilliant.
It was between bat and pad. He would have been, and see, he had the presence of mind to even break the stumps in case the leg was in the air.
Not the best piece of bowling down the leg side, provided opportunity, but he manages to get away with it. Bit of a mixed bag, but he picked up a wicket more importantly. After 17, 108 for 7. Viewers who are joining us expected a thriller, and we got one. 25 needed of 18 deliveries. Just 3 overs remaining. Galle, they have 3 wickets in the bag. Well bowled, nothing more than a single does it. Clever operator slowing it down.
Sandhu, the new batsman, I think is off the mark. 4 deliveries. Tejan now, he is going to be the key. Tejan, 21 of 15. Can he take them home?
You can remember that 6 over long off region was a beautiful one. Platter straight in line with the stumps. Another one bites the dust. Amita strikes again. 8 down for 110. Now it's even Steven once again.
Was it that delivery again that he bowls from behind the crease? Because the ball never came. The batsman pulled and then it strikes. Like to see whether, yes, it is bowling from behind the crease again. He's using that ploy very well.
The batter threw with a shot a week ago. Ball still arriving. 8 down for 110. This is obviously a very tricky situation because you need close to 10 and over now, but less than 10 and over, but you have only 2 wickets in hand. Tail enders, very unpredictable. Here's Amit once again. Struck well, down the ground, much needed boundary.
Well, I think this is what they'll have to do.
It was in the slot. Excellent footwork down the track. Made solid connection. When you get it straight, usually you found a boundary. Just as I mentioned, much needed one. Well bowled, slower through the air, into the gap, picks up a single. 6 runs over, and more importantly, picked up a wicket. 15 of 14 deliveries. In fact, 19 runs to get.
It was that slow behind the crease delivery again that just gave the 1 run. There we see again. Doing it very often.
Equation getting tighter by the minute. 18 runs to get. They have 13 deliveries, but the issue, they have only 2 wickets in hand. Amita, this is the final delivery of his spell. Oh, struck beautifully. He's quite capable. What was he doing inside the dressing room all the while? Chanaka gets another huge 6 over mid-wicket region. Now it's heavily in favour of Galle. Still not done.
Again from behind the crease, but this time makes good contact. That was a big hit. Still, Tamika, you cannot say which way it's going. 12 off 12. Just the 2 wickets remaining.
There you go, runner ball. In my book, Galle Cricket Club the favourites. But looking at the way things panned out during this match so far, anything is possible. 2 more overs remaining. Amita, proven expensive at the end. Another 6 over mid-wicket region. 13 runs of that, his final over. 4 overs, 44 for 3. Yes, he accounted for 3 important wickets. Being expensive at the same time. 122 for 8. 2 final overs coming up.
This is the other problem. Wondering why Khalid was not bowled. Just the 5 runs given. Taken a wicket in his 3 overs.
You're right about that. You're right about that. Those subtle mistakes gonna cost you dearly in the final analysis. Kavinder bowled 3 overs, given away just 5 runs, and he's taken off the attack. Quicker. Oh, diving effort. Couldn't save the single. 10 off 10 required now.
Earlier, Gamini said you needed to bring your best bowlers. So they've kept their 2 best bowlers for the last 2 overs. But is it too late? Joel, Malaysia might bowl the last one from the other end.
Fuller length. Worked away quite easily. They're not going to go for the second run. Not needed.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything. Just run a ball. So don't need to do anything silly here.
Quicker. In line with the stumps, still worked away really neatly. I'm very impressed with the way those 2 tailenders are batting out there. Displaying each delivery on its merit. Tense looking faces. Right now, Galle the happier side. 8 of 8.
One more wicket here, Damika, to make it even more interesting.
Oh, you just mentioned that. You read the game perfectly well. The other one bites the dust. My goodness. This game certainly live up to the standards, certainly live up to the expectation. We expected a thriller. We got one. Just 1 wicket remaining. They need 8 runs. Worried looking faces. One of our friends, Rajiv Veerasinghe. He might be thinking very hard.
Not playing today. And there we see that again. I think it was off the inside edge of the bat, trying to turn it onto the leg.
You're right about that. 9 down, 126.
Anyone's game. Gamini Perra from the back calls it first ball. He says LBW. Yeah, with this, he's darting it in. Excellent figures. 2 for 9 in his this is final delivery in his spell.
What do you say? He deserves another wicket. Looking at how well he bowled. 3.5 overs, 2 for 9. Final delivery in his spell. Can he pick up a wicket and be the hero for Ragama CC?
Tense faces there. anyone's game.
Here's the final delivery of Kavinder's spell. Very smart, isn't it? Not allowing an inch. That's the way to go about it. Kavin. This is his first delivery. Quicker. Straight to the fielder. Excellent over under pressure. Just given away 4 runs and picked up a wicket. Game on. 19 done. 126 for 9. Just a moment ago, they look relaxed. But right now, I can tell you, tense looking faces. Chanaka is quite capable. We've already seen that. Struck a huge 6. Changed the complexion of the game. Quickish or spinner. Looks like he's about to come into the attack. This is the final over. Chanaka. Strong striker against spin bowlers based on what we've seen so far.
Kavinder, excellent figures. 4 overs, 2 for 9. You can't ask for anything better than that. And now Malaysia, 3 overs, 1 for 13. I thought they kept them a little too late, but still, they may end up on the winning team.
Can he do it under pressure? Can he do it under intense pressure? 3 fielders in the deep, down at the boundary. At mid wicket, at wide long on. And we got long off, sweeper cover. Very exciting conclusion. Here's Malaysia.
And the bowler is feeling the pressure. Something good is 8 runs of 6, so they have to make something happen. You can't go with only singles. Goes big.
Beautifully well, straight to the hands and takes a catch. There goes the winner. Malaysia does the trick for Ragama CC. What an entertaining, what an exciting game to start the campaign here at the Soisa Stadium. Everyone joining in must have enjoyed every bit of it. Went right down to the wire. Ragama CC hold the nerves at the end, winning it by a very slim margin, just 7 runs. Imagine.
What a game. It was, I think, Galle just lost it for themselves. They did well in that first session, restricting Ragama to 133, but just fell away when it was really needed. And those 2 spinners did the real game trick for them.
But you can't blame the batsman for doing that. That was there. He's a striker, instinctively aggressive, but straight to the fielder. Few meters to either side would have been a boundary. That's cricket. It's a lucky day for Ragama. Haven't batted well at all, but somehow ending the game on the right side of the results. Excellent.
They will pick up the points in a very tight game.
Of course, plenty of youngsters. Ragama played in the Tier A a couple of years back, now dropped down to Tier B, which makes them one of the strong contenders for this title. Plenty of young players performed decently well. It all that matters, winning the game. They just managed to do that. Batting, Dulcet 29, Tejan 21, and nothing much, just 126. So we expected that. It's a tricky pitch, scoring runs not easy. I thought under the circumstances, both the teams done fairly well. Spin bowlers obviously had the upper hand, 4 extras. They've been well disciplined. But at the end of the day, Ragama got what it takes. As we are looking at the bowling for Ragama CC, 2 spin bowlers done absolutely brilliantly. One of them is Amita, was expensive, yet he picked up 3 important scalps. Look right at the top, Kavinder. 4 overs, 9 for 2. Brilliant spell of bowling, and Malaysia under pressure. Given away just 13 runs and picking up 2 wickets. That was enough for them to win the game. Ragama, the happier side at the end of the day. 2 games, 2 wins. Way to go about it. Enthralling game of cricket, Mike. I mean, right at the beginning of the second innings, I went on to mention we are expecting a low-scoring thriller. Here's Yuthika De Silva scoring 2 huge sixes over wide long on region and mid-wicket region. 1 too many. He perishes. Open up the gateways for Ragama CC. Few lostly blows by the skipper from time and time again. 2 to be precise. Few iffy moments. Few fumbles in the field. There goes the edge. Lahira Besinga picks up his wicket. A Yorker. How about that for a spinner?
That was the pressure. Look at that run out. There again, after 3 dot balls, that was considered. Still, Galle win the hunt. Even there, you saw that no ball. We thought that was it, but brilliant bit of stumping there. Tricky wicket, not easy. Pressure was telling. It's Ragama who did the lesser mistakes. That was the final wicket which won the game for them.
I thought he struck really well, came off the bat really nicely. Just 5-10 minutes ago, they were the happier side goal, but things went down just like that. That's cricket. Entertaining game just ended as we are looking at the summary. Winning the toss, Galle CC skipper Amit Eranda had absolutely no hesitation in deciding to bowl first. He thought there is something in it for the faster bowlers as well as spin bowlers, but the spin bowlers definitely had the upper hand, put the brakes on scoring right from the word go. It wasn't a bright start. They had a couple of good partnerships, 133 all out inside 18.1 overs. I mean, many consider that's a mistake, leaving 11 deliveries without facing. Lahiru, the top scorer, 39. Dasit, 24. Useful knock. Denura and Kavinder scoring 19 and 18 respectively. Sadun, the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 20. Kavinder picking up 2 for 30. In reply, the chase was an exciting one. They had their moments. There are moments Galle was in front of the game, but at the end, Amita by picking up 3 wickets. Kavinder picking up 2 for 9. That was enough. Winning the game by 7 runs. We got another game coming your way. Exciting T20 cricket from Tier B. Southern United SC taking on Lankan Leo CC. I beg your pardon for that. Expecting another exciting T20 encounter. We take a break. Join us as soon as possible.